nyamba me bad kone gonda perwa shoes. Now today is the 7th chapter. It says like intense awareness of the impermanent, to really seriously to concern about the impermanent and meditate single-mindedly on death all the time and in every circumstance, while standing up, sitting, or lying down. Tell yourself, this is my last act in this world, and meditate on it with utter convictions. And really it's like until like the realization of the impermanent, or to understanding of the impermanent, until they arise in our mind, it is very important. Meditate single-mindedly on the impermanent. And every end of the circumstance, any kind of situations, wherever we go, wherever we do, and it is very important to concern the impermanent while we are standing up, when we are working. And I'm working on this road, but how long I can to take up, and which in the middle of my front of the road, and I will to disappear. And to think or to tell ourselves, maybe this is my last step on this in the path. When we are sitting on the cushion, we need to tell ourselves to say, maybe this is the last sitting on this my cushion. I'm completely impermanent. And what I done, something benefit for my impermanent, I prepared or not, how long I stayed in this cushion. Even we are lying down in our own bed, maybe it's like when we are in the bed, it's maybe this tell to us, this is my last lying down on my bed. Who knows, many like beings is like this. How many years I slept in this bed until now, but what I did, what I concerned, and what I prepared for the benefit, my impermanent. And everybody is impermanent. There's nothing truly existence. Something is permanent and stabilities. And like this, in the meditate on with the utter conviction, means it's really to understand and absolutely like unshakable understanding of the impermanent. And like determined, decisive, like this kind of the utter convictions. On your way to wherever you might be going. And also it's the same, it's like this. Now I'm going to some different place. Maybe tell ourselves, or to yet tell yourself, maybe this is my last, I'm going to some place. And maybe it's like return, or maybe in the going place, we don't know. Say to yourself, maybe I will die there, and which is my destination. Maybe I can to reach there, or maybe I cannot to reach there. You know, many travelers' journeys is how many happened. For example, even someone's journey between Luxembourg and Brussels. Someone say, oh, I have something task need to do in Brussels. From Luxembourg to Brussels, between there's some accident, it's something impermanent happened. and in the middle of the like this kind of, like this, okay, I'm going to holiday, I'm going to some place, but maybe it's I will to die there, or maybe I'm not to turn. Sometimes like great practitioners, when they are going to some place, everything is preparing at home, and to clean up, to make nice. I don't know I will come back or not. And maybe I will come back safely, maybe I'm not. Who knows, because everything is impermanent. And if we can to say it's like to saints, never say like this to others. We all the time say, yeah, don't worry, you will come back, definitely. That is, of course, wordly we need to say. And if you say maybe you will die to there, it's very ugly, very rude, very much kind of how do you say, unkind. But we need to tell ourselves it's a kind of truth. When we live to one place to others, some good person, good practitioners, and to clean and so to make very nice. Maybe when I lived, then after some months come, and maybe to look very ugly, messing, and there's many different things. Maybe it's not good, and maybe I'm returned, maybe I'm not returned. And to think like this, there is to do something good things. And also when we think that, then there is such a good things. Oh, okay, if I'm returned or not returned, if I'm died there or not, I'm impermanent. I need to do some benefit for my impermanent. It is urgently, quickly, and do I have understanding of the impermanent, alter convictions. There is like kind of, then is, and I will die. There is no certainty that I will ever come back. It is the truth. We don't know. And of course, it's like we say, you will come back, but as a reality, there's completely, utterly uncertainty. And there's no certainty that will ever come back. And also when you set out on a journey or the post to rest, when you are at journey, of course, it is the impermanent of the path. Even you are post to rest some in the place. Maybe someone is like kind of, many this kind of happened. You sit like kind of to stop, to post, and your journey, and to sit on the chair, and they never get up, and someone's passed away. And like this kind of many happened. If you're concerning, like when you are post at that moment concerning impermanence, and maybe also you more care. There is like a different like attacker, different obstacle, different dangerous things. Also, it's like it's protect yourself. Maybe in this seat, during this post, who knows? Then you a little bit like too attentive or like kind of intention and mindfulness, and the inner mind also is like telling to us in the impermanent. And externally also we become very much careful person, lot of benefit, and therefore, and even we are posed to sit, we need to tell ourselves, am I to get up from this chair or not? I'm impermanent, I need to do something. Ask to yourself, where I die here, wherever you are, you should wonder if this might be where you die. And this kind of like a little bit concerning which kind of the circumstance of the impermanent, where am I going to die? How am I die? Maybe it's very peacefully, or maybe very painfully, maybe it's like a horrible way, or maybe it's just a normal, all the sentient beings way. Definitely I'm impermanent. I don't know. It is like where, why, when, how, and this kind of. If we do like this, then it's like choice. And maybe it's like I need to cutting the clinging to in this like kind of the dream word. And I need to develop my like compassion. And also, if you are like have this methods, some you receive the peak instructions, how you can to the mind to sit on your own natural and primordial wisdom and the nature of the mind. Then each moment, like you remember the impermanent, you maintain at that moment. Maybe each moment you remember the impermanent, also you think about that. There's such like kind of inconceivable inner your meditations. Maybe it's like sand kind of cutting through, leap over. There are many this kind of fancy word. It is a fantastic word, the meaning of the true nature realities. If we do not properly to study, if we never ever do not understand that, and if we want to really to know, we want to like to know about this kind of the meaning of those like kind of the words, then we need serious to study, to follow up the like some it's like qualified spiritual friends. Then it's like how you can to put your mind what need to principle concerning in the daily, and that is the very important. And this is once you have, then it's like kind of the each moment to select. For example, we can say, for instance, if you have sick, maybe it's like the doctor give you medicine. If you eat this medicine correctly, on time, maybe you can cure your sickness. But if you don't eat, maybe you will to die. And then you can put these methods, then each moment you afraid for the death, then you never ever forget that this you need to eat medicines. And like this, anyway, we are impermanent, and this impermanent is like sickness. Or for these situations, we need some such medicine and the benefit. This is the holy Dharma or the pure Dharma we need to study. And also when we study the Dharma, what we have education in our minds, that we need to remind again and again like this. And also it's like at night, when you lying down on bed, ask yourself whether you might die in the bed during the night or whether you can be sure that you are going to get up in the mornings. Of course, this is many kind of happened. And also when you see most great practitioners, and like before they go to on the bed, and to everything is prepared, make the clearly. I'm going to now bed, I don't know, maybe tomorrow I will get, maybe it's not, and so many this kind of happened. Someone's in the evening, they're going to bed, and very healthy, no problem. In the morning, some persons dead on the bed. This kind of is like not exaggeration. This is not the kind of the mysterious. It is obvious that in our societies many happened. Then it's like those people occurred like this situation. Those people and ourselves, like they compared as a Buddhist, like verbally, bodily or the mentally, all is what is the different, and everybody is compounded, and also it's like this body are like a 100% impermanent. It's the same as the born, old age, sickness, death. What is the different that we need to think? Tomorrow morning I'm getting or not, and also there is maybe it's when we're going to like sleep. And of course, if yogas or the great Dharma practitioners, there is such meditations and in the illusory kind of the dreams and the sleepers delusion purified into the luminosities. And this kind of, there's such a method to make that even the dream is become the positive things. This one is too early to study, to learn how I can make purified my delusory like dreams. And we have this kind of educations, even they're going to sleep, we're going to die or not die, we get in the morning or not, doesn't matter. His mind can maintain something positive and such good things. And then it's like during even the sleep, it's become the very wonderful things. Then when you arise, ask yourself whether you might die sometimes during the days. And in the morning you wake up, and great practitioners, when they wake up, not kind of the way of the animals. You wake up good, like kind of the mindfulness persons. Morning get up, what I like the dream was positive, dedicate, negative, and it's more like confess, purified. And then it's like, oh, now I'm wake up in the morning, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock, what I need to do. Maybe you have some task to practice, and there is like kind of mental recitation, prayers, maybe it's like generate bodhicitta, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. And also sometimes when we have this kind of offering bowls, maybe it's like you can do, we have kind of Buddhist perspective. There's statues, like kind of the Buddha's representative, the Buddhist speech. And then in front there is like 7 bowls. Maybe you can clean up, you fill up by only water. Or maybe it's front there is you can to put fruits. And if you are alone, maybe your families agree or not agree, maybe better don't do that. But there are very, very such a benefit, such behind this. If you say offering to this one is like kind of when we make the generosities, the generosity is a true things way, according to this object. When there's object, one is superior, compassionate, realization, and deities, those is more higher, it's a sentient beings, we can say. That we need to offering to say. Because if we offerings, what is the benefit? Maybe it's like not our levels to offerings. For example, if you're offering to some lamas and monasteries, blah, 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 these things are like kind of, okay, maybe they need it. But it's a Buddha and Bodhisattvas, and it's like more and like upper this compassion, realization of these things, maybe they don't need nothing at all. You know, in the Shantadeva says, my like really true offering things or the imaginations offerings, can you accept according to your compassions in order to my purifications here? Because we need to purification and like this. And also it's such meanings. One is generosity. We need generosity to in the inferior sentient beings. Inferior sentient beings, okay, we can give 1 piece of the bread to the birds, maybe to the ant, to the animals. If you give, maybe those animals, if we give 1 piece of the bread, that can make us to long time survive, or maybe that is in forever their food. Maybe yes, maybe not. But maybe also if they need or not, we don't know. But such a benefit for us. For example, it's like we can do in our world. We have these opportunities. For example, ancient times, some Buddha and Bodhisattvas, someone's begging food, clothes, they'd be very happy. Now I have object. You know, it's like I can to contribute something. If there's nobody doesn't want it, and then what you do? Before I came to in Switzerland, you know, in some rich families, they in the furniture, they use one very expensive furnitures. They use 1 year. After 1 year, they want to change. After 1 year, this furniture is absolutely new, but they send into the message everywhere, nobody doesn't want. And then they need to pay to the rubbish bin. You know, someone need to come, they take away. But later one is they sending some, is more foreigner, some is like this. You send it, then it's some, yes, I want to this one. Maybe I need to money. They say, no, thank you very much. To take away, I need to clean up. Then it's like, how do you say, there is a kind of the object. And then it's like, you don't want, but if then someone say, okay, you wanted, you gift, maybe it's the benefit. This person is also being very happy. But there's no object, then you throw out, there's nothing kind of the meaning. And even sometimes in some before Swiss, you need to pay to take away the rubbish bin. And then later someone's take also very happy. I mean, it's like this, even some other countries, other continents, they need to do the accumulation merit or some generosities, but there's no object. And even, for example, we can say some pure lands. Maybe we need to stay there is a purification, but maybe in the pure lands, there's nobody's never ever begging to you food, clothes. Even you give, maybe they become angry. Maybe they said, no, thank you, no need. And there's no object to work with this kind of. But in this world, it's like many, it's like other continent being to say, if I'm reborn in our land, our continent, then I can do the accumulation merit. And then I can do, purification, and there's a possibility to like this. And like there's another example here. For example, when you be in the golden land, golden sand land, that times you have chance to collect the golden. If maybe it's like we like kind of too much relax, ignorant, yes, here is everywhere is gold. Why I need to pick up? Not necessary. Maybe this is everywhere. So certainly, maybe you change. Then it's be in the sand land. That time it's like, oh, you be in the gold land. Did you collect? No, I thought it's like this. Okay, sorry, you are poor. And like this, when we have the opportunities, we need to collect something. And therefore, it's like maybe it's a little bit kind of to do something. And then in the morning, when you get up, and also these things, if you have some in a little bit some altar or the offering these bowls, then you offering put in the bowl clean water. Then you can to pray this water maybe made this water as become the food, cloth. Whoever necessity thinks made this water as become it's a compassion. You offering. Maybe it's like what you put there as offerings. It's very strange. Maybe it's nobody doesn't want it, but maybe it depends on your mind is. If you like through your visualizations and to offering and to making the generosity such and such benefit. And in one India master, Chokyi, very learned, he came to in Tibet and he says, oh, Tibetan people are very lucky. Why? Even you can to make accumulation merit generous by the waters. Why? Because in that times in Tibet, there's such a clean water. In India, there's all the waters very dirty, difficult to do it. Like this, we have many chances. And also it's like, if in the morning do like this, wonderful. Or maybe sometimes go to maybe a little bit to prostrations and to like recite with refugee prayers. Maybe you can instead to running around, go to the gymnastic to every day put effort. Maybe you can at home put nice carpet to prostration, maybe 10, 20, and kind of like visualize, I'm purified my 5 negative emotions. And if you do like this, sometimes the best exercise, best purification, this is a purification of the body, speech, mind. Maybe it's like you go to the like normal way, gymnastic, and you spend there a lot of money, try to like kind of be healthy, and every day go to there. Maybe fun, maybe not fun, but maybe which purification, I don't know. Some is like young boys, girls go to into gymnastic. They spend a long time, but they never become enlightenment. They never become some clearly minded. But the prostration is a very special technicals. And someone's like prostrated like a few millions, their mind is become more sharp, more clearly, more bodies like sicknesses really disappeared. I remember some persons like they every morning they prostrate 100 prostrations. These persons also never sick, very healthy like this, and many kind of perspective that you can do. And then it's that during the day, in the morning, wake up, maybe I'm not sure, tonight I'm sleepy, maybe during these days, maybe I'm impermanent, I maybe die or not, but anyway, immediately to concern is some positive, And also it's like to purify the negatives. You ask whether you might die sometime during the days, and reflect that there is no certainty at all. Absolutely, this is, maybe you don't need to hesitate this book. You don't need to kind of the strange, this book says, it's a book telling to us truth. There is no certainty at all, absolutely, that you be going to bed in the evening. This is the truth. Meditate only on the death and the honestly, and from the core of your heart, sincerely, honestly, core of your heart, meditating on the impermanent, honestly, to prepare something for your impermanent, it's like to develop your pith instructions and compassions, very important. Okay, with the chai and tea, 5 minutes. Pause.